comic is from New Jersey. Please welcome the very funny Spencre.
Hello everyone, how are you? I'm Spencre. Once people get over the fact I'm not a boy, it usually boils down to like mob wife or Al-Qaeda bride. I'm an Egyptian from New Jersey. Those are the only two options. Thank you. Arguably both are offensive, but I'm super down with mob wife because I don't know if you know anything about the mob, but they're like the coolest of all cool organized crime groups. They are. You have Goodfellas, three Godfathers, okay? You have the Sopranos. The Sopranos are the royal family of New Jersey. And so when you say mob wife, I just hear Princess Diana, you know? And that's ultimately a compliment. Al-Qaeda bride, that's obviously like a little bit more offensive. It's like, if you thought I was cool enough to be in the mob, like out of all the terror groups, why would I join Al-Qaeda? Really, Al-Qaeda's for boomers. It is. They stole like 2 planes 20 years ago. We're like, ooh, death to America. And then got like totally yeeted on when America was like death to Al-Qaeda for 20 years. Their magnum opus was a major L. If I was going to join a terror group, I would join ISIS. They're on TikTok. I should probably disclose to you guys now after opening on a 9/11 joke that I am actually a white woman. No, I'm like dead serious. Jesus was white, so now I am white. That is like actual US law. I wish I could take credit for that joke, but you can't out-funny the US government. You can't. I also have a white mother, so I often do feel like maybe I should connect with my inner whiteness a little bit. I do feel that way sometimes, but my mom passed when I was 8 years old, so white culture is like totally foreign to me. I don't know what it is. Like, I didn't hear Mr. Brightside until college. Where, like, I don't know what white people do and why that's so important for them, you know? I don't get it. But because I lost my mom so young, I like love to speculate about what kind of white woman she would be in 2020, you know? Because there was a lot of different types, but from what I do remember about my mom, she loved to speak to the manager. She did. So I think, unfortunately, she would have been a Karen, for better or for worse. But I think she would have Karened for a good cause. I do think so. Like, okay, for example, after 9/11, my dad had to register with the Department of Homeland Security. And my mom was like, let me come along so I can speak to the manager. Obviously, that did jack. It didn't do anything. But what I want to emphasize is that the amount of sheer caucasity it takes to roll into the Department of Homeland Security demanding a meeting with the manager it's insane. If I did that, they'd be like, sure, in Guantanamo. That's the only way I was going to get to a manager, you know? They weren't going to let me do it on US soil. Nuh-uh. But I think like the greatest testament to my mom's legacy is like me standing here right now. Oh, thank you. I am one of 4 children, so that means I have 3 younger siblings. Most of us are queer. And so if you think about it, my mom ended her pure Aryan bloodline 4 times over. She did. She's the pro-life movement's worst nightmare. She's really like just breeding out her race, you know? She knew what was up. But I like think about this legacy, and I think about like my own dating life and what she would think about it. I think professionally, she'd be like, great, I worked at Disney, whoop-de-doo. Like, I did the American thing, but I'm 27 and single. I don't know if that's the classic American thing anymore. And I have a little bit of a problem. I have a generational wealth fetish. I date a lot of white people, unfortunately. And I think about like my mom's legacy. She's like bleeding out the white people, you know? And here I am like thinking about procreating with them. It doesn't make any sense. But as I've aged, I've realized like I don't actually want kids. So when I'm dating these white people, I'm actually ending their pure Aryan bloodlines. And I'm living in my mom's honor, as she would want. Thank you so much, guys. I'm Spencre.